All right, so welcome back for the second setup. As I said before, we are looking now for more like a Caravaggio lighting and posing. The tribute will be different, will be to Bacco, so meaning something more about the sensuality. But you know, sexuality, it's something that the classic art explored in any form and shape possible, in a beautiful way. And respectfully, we will try to mimic a little bit some of those elements today. Clearly, we are live on YouTube, so we won't use nudity as he normally does in his workshops, but we will, as I said, pay respect to everybody, sensibility, but at the same time, we will want to show you these classic archetypes about art. So the lines, the shapes, the shadows, shaping literally this feminine, beautiful body of the gorgeous model Ivana. So,
in questo momento ho appoggiato Ivana come fosse veramente un'ispirazione al Bacco del Caravaggio, quindi la posa è quella che mi interessa. Chiaramente non ho frutta, e aggiungo degli oggetti tanto per renderla un po' più interessante, ok?
All right, so like I said, we're using this pearl necklace as a prop, and the posing now is a tribute basically to Caravaggio.
Abbassami un po' la mano che non mi entri ombra nel viso, bravissima. Ferma lì. Ok, come nel Caravaggio l'importante non è molto la luce, ma le ombre che crea la luce, perché nelle ombre il carattere del Caravaggio esce e nelle ombre mi ritrovo anch'io, ok? Quindi cerco sempre molto l'ombra per dare tridimensionalità, ma anche perché nell'ombra riesco a trovare me stesso, psicologicamente.
Okay, so Gianluca is saying that like in some of Caravaggio's paintings, the most interesting part isn't in the light, isn't in the highlights, but is mainly about the shadows. So the darker areas are where he's looking for something special to this shot, as well as Caravaggio did in his paintings. And he also said that psychologically, looking into the shadows, defining the art into the shadows, it's something that represents himself as well. He psychologically tends to gravitate towards what you can find in the shadows rather than in light. So that's a personal approach, of course, and that's the beauty about photography and art in general. Each one of us has his own approach and psychology behind that. So that's why Gianluca's work is so interesting.
Ed è proprio questa tridimensionalità che creano le ombre che è molto importante, molto interessante. Abbassa un po' il mento, Ivana.
With the pattern light, shadow again, we can create this three-dimensional effect that he's looking for and give depth to the composition. Now, you see that basically the picture is pretty much there in camera, straight out of the camera.
Continuiamo con la diretta perché voglio solo far vedere la posizione.
Okay, so they will now switch to a different posing again. And all these gowns, these fabrics that are creating transparencies on Ivana's body helps Gianluca to create the shapes that he's looking for. And of course, like I said, also to respect our audience today live on YouTube.
Ok, scendimi giù con la spalla sinistra, destra, bravo, chiudi.
Now, as you can see, she's still holding her breast, and in this posing,
Piano, piano, stop.
there's a sexuality coming out like in a flower opening, slowly, step by step. And that's part of the process that Gianluca is bringing on today in this live shooting.
Bravissimo. Molto delicata su con la spalla sinistra. Bravissimo. Giumento, piano piano. Ferma. Questa possiamo quasi definire una Maddalena penitente, ok? Una donna molto che si sta pentendo di propri peccati, ok?
So, like I said before, now the sexuality is coming out, and the reference now could be the Magdalena, and so still speaking about the canons from the classic art. So there's a sort of regret in her posing. She's trying to deal with her scenes, with what she considers her guilt, and that's just that's an interpretation, and you can see the harmony in the composition and the pattern of light shadows again, that creates harmony and depth.
Il soggetto in questi casi, siccome l'occhio umano va a cercare il viso umano, che sia sempre il viso in luce, ok? Questo è fondamentale in questa tipologia di ritratti.
Okay, and this kind of portrait, it's very important to keep the face of the subject in light, because that's what the human eyes is trained to do. It goes there. We naturally look for eyes, for an eye contact with whoever is represented in the portrait, and therefore he's paying attention to create the shadows, the interesting pattern we were mentioning before, in anywhere else than the face.
Abbassa un braccio, Ivana, per cortesia. Bravissima. Guardami, alza il viso in luce. Guarda verso il muro. Ok, abbassami quel braccio lì, l'altro alzamelo. Bravissima. Più alto, leggermente più alto, ferma lì, stop.
Now she seems to defend herself. There's something that he's possibly threatening her, and it could be psychological, it could be physical, but she's clearly looking away and trying to raise her arms and protect herself from something. Maybe a sense of guilt, maybe a physical threat.
Io direi che il primo set possiamo anche terminarlo qui per far capire veramente cos'è la posa e con una luce molto semplice, ok? Per creare delle ombre e delle luci che danno tridimensionalità. Quindi ci sarà sempre quella regola del pianoforte, bianco, nero, bianco, nero.
Okay, so exactly as in a piano keyboard, we will keep this pattern white, black, all during the shooting, and we will see now with the section number 3 how to recreate another canon from the classic art. So thank you, Gianluca, and let's be back in a few seconds.